59. 59. Check, 59.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Save. Under 10. Under 10.
On first down, it's Turner. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. McLeod steps away to his left. He can run, and now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the safety cricket.
They'll try the left side. Jefferson. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The throw over the middle taken in. 4, he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Here we go. 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on.
Felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure
On it, could not hold on through the end of the play. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, McLeod. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard loss, 4th down now. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
It's about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
On the ball.
To throw is King. From the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Mike 20, defense. Hey, Alpha. There we go, Mike 20. Let's go.
Here's King throwing on 1st down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb gets to him for a gigantic loss of 19 yards. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down, McLeod, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Focus, defense, focus. Shift. Check nickel.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, McLeod. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Ready to break.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for growth.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Check 26.
King now throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, King. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes, and when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
1st down, Chiefs.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. King operating from the gun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw. McLeod.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. McLeod. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when a screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Turner, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Broncos' 31-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 40. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
To throw on second down, McLeod. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 10 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 15. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football, we're not seeing it right now.
He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch us left.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken at the 46. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for KC. 54 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Paulson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
56 to Mike, boy.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mahomes to throw once more. He'll buy some time right. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Get this. Mike, check.
On third down, McLeod.
Let's go, defense.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
59. I'm coming.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141 and a half.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
59, Mike. Check. 59. Get your swerve on. Mike's 5'9". Let's put him on hook.
Looking to throw on second down. McLeod. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
59. Mike's 59. Hey, here we go. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Hey.
59.
Hey, foxtrot.
59's Mike. Check. 59.
First throw now for the backup lock. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
On first down, McLeod. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
Let's go, baby.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Hey, come on. 59.
So don't say nothing.
Go. Man, I got him. He's mine. Go. Spawn. Spawn. No.
They'll run on first down. Turner. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike's 59. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
2nd and 13. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
59's Mike. Check. 59. We don't want this. Mike's 5'9".
Yo, go.
Man out. Mike, check. 59.
Hey, Echo.
Watch twist.
Now.
On third and long, it's Locke. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33.
Bravo.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. 6 man. Check curls.
Look at me. Zipper.
Check. 59. I got one. Mike's 5'9".
Shoot.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Rip left. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke.
That's the way.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". Coming to you. Mike, check.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
You better bring. Go. Hey, Jet.
2nd and 3. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. 10. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 68 yards.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Here we go, D. All day.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
56 to Mike. Get him.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Butker's kick here is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. It's an 89-yard kick return, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And that big fourth-quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Mike, check.
Hey, Charlie.
59. Here we go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Lock. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Set. 10-2 soft.
Check 56. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
Go.
Now King on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, 59. Come on, baby.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner.
Switch it. Come on,
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Check.
On 3rd down, it's Turner. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will take over at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
43.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They don't want it, fellas.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Turner. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, it's Turner, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down now. It's Turner, stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
On 2nd down, Hilton. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down, it's Turner. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Not today. Mike's 50. Mike's 56. Here we go.
To throw is Mahomes.
Come on.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Looking to throw. McLeod. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But it looks like the Chiefs are gonna get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That's complete. It's Collins. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Kansas City, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3.
My name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my every